Welcome back, guys. Tech Dad here. Today we are going to be talking about how I fixed all my Wi-Fi problems. I know many of us have struggled with Wi-Fi issues, so I would like to share my own experience and show you how Google fixed that problem. But while you're at it, just hit the like and subscribe button. Before I get into this solution, let me quickly walk you through the problems I was facing with my old Wi-Fi setup. From buffering, dead zones, slow connections were just a few of my daily problems. Streaming videos and gaming were absolute nightmare. I mean, it was literally worse to make an audio call, let alone a video call in my office. It was an absolute nightmare. So, who's the star of the show here? The Google WiFi. It is a mesh Wi-Fi system that promises to deliver fast and reliable connection all around your home. The question is, what is a mesh network system? It is a type of network topology in which multiple devices or nodes work together to provide seamless and robust wireless coverage over a large area. Basically, just take it as a web-like structure where data can travel through with nodes being the specific point and hence enhancing reliability and coverage. So now we've taken the basics out of the way, let me walk you through the essential features. Now, Google Wi-Fi is a simple and sleek device that blends into your furniture, and it's unlike those lame Wi-Fi devices that you just want to hide away. It has a nicely designed status light that blends into its design, which I really like. Setting up the Google Wi-Fi is a breeze, and when getting the Wi-Fi, I would advise that you get 3 nodes, 3 access points for good coverage, as you have one connecting to your home modem or router from your ISP, and the 2 other router or access points connecting to offer seamless connection. You will need the Google Home app, which I've already installed on my phone. And the simple thing to do is just to follow on-screen instructions and you will have your network up and running in no time. Now, let's talk about this device, the Google Home Wi-Fi. It is such a game changer, and its main benefits I really like is the mesh network, which of course use multiple access points to cover your home and eliminating dead zones. You can set some specific device as priority devices for faster connections, and this is really great for online gaming, where some particular device have priority over other device to get faster internet connection. You can easily set up a guest network for your guests and keep your main network secure, and you can even do it in such a way your guests can have access to certain devices in your home network. Then, of course, regular updates. Google tends to provide regular updates so your Wi-Fi stays fast and secure. But like we all know, sometimes Google don't keep to that promise. But I think they did recently with the Pixel 8. That's a story for another day. Now, in terms of specifications, it also offers dual band, which means it offers Wi-Fi 2.4 and 5.0 GHz. And with the AC 1200 performance, it offers a top speed of up to 1.2 GHz. Coverage of 140 square meters per router is another feature. And of course, with the automatic Wi-Fi speed optimization and automatically fixes common Wi-Fi issues. Now, in comparing the Google Wi-Fi with my old setup, which was just me using the ISP router, and then I tried a Wi-Fi extender, the difference was astonishing. There were no more buffering, and most especially, no more dead zones, and no complaints from anyone in the family. And that is a good password approval. Now, prior to now, I got a Wi-Fi extender when I was having dead zones in my house, but it did not just give the appropriate result, to be honest. And the issues were from signal degradation, reduced bandwidth, incompatibility issues, which I really hated, because the Wi-Fi extender I got could only offer one Wi-Fi option, either a 5 gigahertz or a 2.4, and I needed both bandwidths to be working at the same time, but it couldn't offer that. Just to put into perspective why you should get a mesh network over a Wi-Fi extender. One of them is network. It provides consistent coverage throughout the house, and compared to the Wi-Fi extender, which doesn't. And with the nodes, you'd have this web-like structure where switching from one node to another, you don't feel it at all. It's self-healing and can automatically reroute connections if a node fails. The Wi-Fi extender does not have that. Setup ease, I think, is much more easier with a mesh network, with my experience so far, and with a single network SSID. You get that for a mesh network, but you don't really get that for a Wi-Fi extender, because what happens, it tends to create its own network, which makes it quite complicated at some point. Then compatibility issues. Like I mentioned, I had issues with my Wi-Fi extender being compatible with my other devices, most especially my smart home devices, which were mostly Wi-Fi 2.4, and I wanted my computer, which has Wi-Fi 5.0 compatibility, to also work at the same time. But with the mesh network, you tend to get that. And network management is way better with mesh network. In fact, with this, I turned off my ISP router so that I only have the mesh network working in my home. And of course, I'm able to monitor all my smart home devices and things that are connected to the mesh network. The major drawback of the Google Home Wi-Fi is the price point, which is retailing at £190 for 3-pack, compared to a Wi-Fi extender, which would retail at £15 or £20 for one. The Google Home Wi-Fi, compared to its other devices available by Google, which are the Nest Wi-Fi Pro and the West Wi-Fi, does not have a built-in speaker, which is something you should consider. So if you're someone who wants to go into the smart home space and you don't have smart speakers, I think it's better you go for the Nest Wi-Fi, which is newer, or Nest Wi-Fi Pro, which is newer and has an inbuilt speaker, making you have a 2-in-1 situation. To be honest, after using the Google Home Wi-Fi for a few weeks, I can confidently say it's a game changer. Now, I and my family will enjoy seamless streaming, good video calls, online gaming sessions are superb, and the Google Home app gives me the power to control everything right on my phone, and everybody using internet. Such a great superpower, don't you think so? So, with the good thing with Google Wi-Fi is, if you are someone who is into smart home setups, or you have the Google Home Mini or the Google Home speakers, or any smart speakers that support Google Assistant, then it's quite easy. You can simply say something like, Google, what's the internet speed? So you can monitor how your internet is. And with such simple prompts like that, you can easily have Google monitor your internet speeds and help you sort out any issues if there's any that ensues. So I will just quickly walk you through how the setup is when you are with your Google Home app.
Speed test has finished. The download speed on 6L_FC81 is currently 101 megabits per second, and the upload speed is 30 megabits per second.
Yeah, I know, not such a fast internet, but that gives you how much you can automate everything with the Google Wi-Fi and using your Google Home app. Yeah, so now we'll head on to the Google Home app. We're there. So this just gives, of course, the Google Home app gives you all devices that are connected to your network. But you just see how you tap on Wi-Fi. As you can see, saying everything looks good, but I'll just show you one or two things you can get from here. So when you tap on the nodes, you tend to see your nodes here. So like I mentioned, I have 3 of them. One would act as the main router, while the other one acts as the nodes or the Wi-Fi points. You can test the mesh, and you tend to do this routinely when one of your mesh gets disconnected or gets moved, or you have to factory reset. You just have to more or less do this just to see how well the mesh are communicating with each other, and you just get a result of if it's a good connection, bad or great connection. And yeah, it's complete now. I don't expect great connection, good connection. That's fine. You can live with that. So you come to internet speed. You can do this by asking Google. So, but you can test it from your phone as well from the app. If you have a Google Home speaker, you can just simply ask it to tell you what's your internet speed, like I did earlier. So, but this, if you don't aim to do that, or if you don't have that, then you can just simply test it from here. Great. So we'll just wait for the results. 100 megabits per second, not too bad. So these are just real-time tests. So we'll come to devices. It shows all devices connected to the network. Then obviously that's my phone there. You go back. You can share password with people that are just coming to your home. You can copy and paste in message or email, whichever what you want. Family setup is quite good, especially when you want to pause Wi-Fi for your children and block adult sites and all those things that basically you want to put some form of parental control on your network. For now, I have very, very young children, so we haven't gotten to this stage yet, but by the time they tend to have their own devices and independent, I'll have to set this up as well. Yeah, when you come to network settings, there are more things you can do. This is where you can manage the guest network. And the good thing with setting up the guest network, you can also determine what devices your guests can connect to whilst on your network. So whenever I have a guest in my network, they can actually also connect to my Wi-Fi printer and print if they would want to print whilst with me at home. So we can restart or factory reset the entire network. Alright, so just go. So I mean that's it basically. It's quite a straightforward thing. It is and very easy, very user friendly. So that's my Windows PC there. Quite a lot of things. You can stop some devices, you can pause the device, 30 minutes, it's fine, 2 hours and save. So that this device will stop connecting to the internet. So it's just great. So it's just great. I really like how it works. So I mean, I think this review has possibly helped you in some way, or maybe convinced you to try and get the Google Home Nest, Google Wi-Fi. This is not a sponsor video, by the way, but I've really enjoyed using this device for a couple of months now, and I think this is one of the best buys I've had in terms of Wi-Fi connectivity and smart home device, it does the job. And it's very easy to use without much hassle. So yeah, so that's it for today. To subscribe and like this video, and see you in the next one. Cheers.